Welcome to Scott Lynch Pub. I'm Scott Lynch, and today I'm going to be talking about different aspects that I have on my wheelchair. This is actually my third wheelchair. I'll go into more detail about that later on. But I'm going to show off everything I can think of to just show off the wheelchair to hopefully give you all an idea of what kind of wheelchair you need to buy in the future, different things to look at. And I'm also going to throw in the very end of this video a clip of what I'm going to be doing for next week's video. However, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, now like I was saying before, I've been through a few chairs. This is actually my fourth chair that I've had. My very first chair, which was the regular bottom chair, designed for anybody, but it was also one that fold up. All that I have to do, once I get out of the chair, pull up on the seat, and chair and fold together. This made it a lot easier for me to travel with. Then after that, my second chair that I got was actually a rigid frame similar to what I have now. It was actually made by a company called Colors, and they're based out of Riverside, California. I've been there a few times. I checked out a few of the other chairs they do make there as well. The main problem I had with that chair from Colors was nothing to do with the design at all. It had to do with the fact that it was made from aircraft aluminum, which supposedly is a very strong metal. However, the backrest of that chair broke off numerous times. Every time it broke, I was without a chair for about a week for it to be repaired. So I didn't care for that much at all. After that, the third next chair I got, which is my third chair, was actually one from Quickie. Quickie is another company based out of California, if I'm not mistaken on there. Anyways, their chair is the same idea, designed with aircraft aluminum parts. They are very lightweight, supposedly not gonna break at all. Now that chair, I did realize one thing different with it compared to the Quickie or the Color chair I started off with. The Color chair, my feet were sticking out a little bit more than what they do even on this chair. On the next chair I got the Quickie. Unfortunately, my feet were further tucked in behind me, which made my knees stick out even further. At first that didn't bother me, but after that I found out anytime I went anywhere, moved around, with my knees sticking so far out, they were the first thing that would always get hit. My knees got bugged up, and I constantly cut my knees from that. After that one, I went in and decided to get this chair that I currently have now. It is a tie-line wheelchair. I believe it is through the TR series, to be exact. This one is made with nothing but titanium parts on all the metal that you see on the foot part here, even on the whole backrest. All this is decked out with titanium, making it a very strong chair, and really no parts of it are broken down on me yet, and I have had this chair for over 8 years now. Alright, now the first thing I want to talk to you about with the wheelchair are the big wheels that go to the back of the chair. The first set of wheels I got is actually this wheel right here. This is a power assist wheel. The power assist wheel will actually magnify each push that you give. So if you give it one strong push, it'd be like pushing the wheel 3 or 4 times. You can actually change that setting, how strong you want each magnification to be. However, the main problem with this is that this wheel is actually made by a company overseas. Therefore, whenever something went wrong with it, they would have to order that part in, and that would often take 2 or 3 weeks. So one thing you want to remember, whenever you get a future chair, you want to find out where the parts are made and how long it will be if they have to replace something. Now these, each sensor would go bad probably about every, I'd say 3-4 months. I would get one to break. In order for them to replace it, it would take them a good 2 or 3 weeks for the part to come in, and another 2 or 3 weeks for them to schedule a repair date for it. It doesn't take that long to do. It was just awfully time consuming to figure out when I could get my chair replaced. Often I would have to go without one of the wheels for a while, which did not work out that well for me. Some other cheap fixes with the wheels I found out. The rear part of these wheels, as you can see on these heavier wheels, that wheel tread is worn out quite a bit. Now, if I went to a wheelchair store to replace those, they would probably charge me $60-70 per rubber wheel to put on the chair. I found out the easy way. It was a lot easier and cheaper for me to go to a regular bike store and just get the same tires. You put it on like a 10-speed bike. Those were a lot cheaper, saved me a lot of money, because with these wheels, I'll probably have to get that replaced, I'd say about twice a year. These are just the regular airplane tires on this chair, so it's not hard to replace the wheels on that wheel itself. On the current chair that I have, the rear wheels here, these are solid, so I don't have to worry about these going flat at all. As what I would do with this one, I would actually, with the chair, I used to carry an air compressor on me, and you can't fix flat. And therefore, getting a flat tire was not really a big issue. So the key takeaways are, by all means, if you can avoid, go do wheelchair shopping and buy just wheels from a regular bike store. That'll by far be a lot cheaper for you. And me personally, I like these tires here that I have now. I don't have to worry about those going flat. I saw the wheels I currently have. If you can see, I have what they call the sure grip on these wheels. That would actually prevent my thumb from sliding all the way through. As you can see with this chair, or the outside wheels, my thumb can slide through all the way with these. My thumb would often get caught right here in the wheels. Very painful. With the comfort grip here, I have no problem with doing that whatsoever. So that part sent me a lot of a headache. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will try to solve those with later follow-ups. After that, I'm going to move on to our next topic. One little bit piece of information I'd like to add. These wheels here, where I have the ones that are air-filled, these are very easy, like I said, to replace, and a lot cheaper if you do them at a bike store. So the advantages with these wheels, they're a lot lighter, and they have a lot more give to them, making them a more smoother ride. The ones I have here on the chair, they're a lot more strong and durable. The only downside is you cannot buy any of these at a regular bike store. These actually come from a wheelchair store, but you don't have to worry about these going flat. However, they do weigh a little bit more, and they also don't give as much. The next thing I was going to show you is this cushion. This is the exact same cushion that I have in my chair right now. However, I didn't want to get out of my chair So I'm showing you the backup cushion that I use. This backup cushion is a little bit longer, a little bit thicker I should say. This is what they call the high profile. The one on my current chair right now is mid profile. Both these cushions are air filled. How they operate on the inside of this cushion, you see all these different chambers. Each one of these by itself very soft. However, when you use a bunch of them, it does become firm. This is a great idea for a nice comfy chair, help prevent pressure sores and all that. Like I said, helps prevent, but does not mean you will not get one. I've gotten them before if I sit still on my chair long enough. When I do get a pressure sore, unfortunately, the only thing I found that works out well is pretty much laying sideways while you're in bed and try to alleviate that pressure sore. Inside the box with each cushion that you get, they come with a little pump inside. Now this pump is the only one they suggest to use whenever you inflate this chair. And the inflation is not too hard, and they each come with a small inflation tube right on the side of the cushion itself. Again, if there's any future watches, let me know. I've tried a few of these cushions out before. The Roho works out the best for me overall. They do make several different designs, different cutouts, different thicknesses. I probably use, I guess, 5 or 6 different cushions that I've ordered from Roho before. I never really had any cushion pop on me, but inside the box, they do have a little repair kit for if you do develop a hole in there yourselves in the cushion. Some of the other cushions that I've tried before have been I think it's called J Extreme and J Easy. Basically those had gel used on. Didn't quite care for those because that gel pretty much again would really help me develop a pressure sore. Some of the other cushions have been also hard foam on there. That foam had no give to it whatsoever. Again, I went back to a Roho made with the air. Very soft, very comfortable. Works for me most of the day. Is what I do like doing whenever I get home from work. I always like to go ahead and get it out the chair as soon as possible. Even though these help prevent the pressure sores, none of that is better than getting out of the chair after a long day of work. The next thing I wanted to show people was about my footrest. Originally, when I got this chair, I was able to transfer on my own. I'm no longer able to do that, but one thing I did get when I was able to transfer on my own to help me out, I actually got a footrest that I can pull up out of the way. This give me quite handy whenever I need to transfer out of my chair on my own. Now is what I'm mainly concerned on is waiting for me to keep my feet on the footrest without them falling off. I can use this blue strap right there. Sorry for that, it's a little bit hard to breathe whenever I'm leaning down like that. But anyways, that blue strap is what they would use whenever we tie my chair on public transit, like on the bus or on the trolley. And they'd have to hook my chair up with the straps. They could hook it on to that blue strap and actually tie those around the frame. That would make it a lot easier for transit to use those blue straps. However, I found out with my own ingenuity they can just tie it to the bottom part of the chair right there, and it would help my feet from just sliding off. All I'd have to do whenever I put my foot in, I break one out, pull it back, and then just kick it forward. You know, it locks it right there in place. And I'm using a different hand for that one, I guess. But nonetheless, it works out very easy. As you see, it's a little bit difficult for me to do on my own. That's why I often have one of my aides give me a hand with that. And the mornings, whenever I'm getting ready. I keep my feet locked in the chair pretty much all day when I'm at work. Probably don't have any other need to break them down. But that is a good way to go ahead and secure the feet onto my chair. The fold up doesn't work out well whenever you can transfer it on your own. If not, you might want to be like me and figure out some way that you can secure your feet onto the chair. I've had a few people in the past ask me where I got that blue strap. I was like, dumb, it was a soft tie-down that I used for public transportation. Anyways, you could probably run a search on Amazon, which I will put a link for one. If I do find one, I'll make sure that there's a link along with everything else down in the description right below this video. So if you want, make sure you check out the description. Now I'll move on to our next topic. The next topic I want to talk to you about is the seatbelt off my chair. As you can see, the seatbelt connects in 4 places on both sides. It has one here at the front and another one here at the back. And the same thing goes on the other side. The buckle I have that I use right now is normally a buckle you find on a different car seat. Very easy, we'll press the button to open it up. It bolts out nicely. But the only thing different I want to try, actually I have tried it before, but it wasn't too convenient for me at the time. However, now I think it might be a little bit more convenient for me now. I had a buckle that was like one you see on an airplane. Those buckles would come off them very easily, which it may not be an issue for you right now, but later on down the road, it might be. The reason I don't really care for this one is because whenever I have my seatbelt on tight, I typically have a little bit of trouble pressing that button to get it off. An aircraft one would be a whole lot easier to open up. If at any time you want to, please give me a thumbs up throughout this video and just let me know how I'm doing. But I'm going to go ahead and move off to our next topic. The next thing I want to show you all, I believe is fairly common in all the wheelchairs we've seen. All the rigid frame ones like this chair that I've seen. It was different than the fold-up model I had. But nonetheless, it is all about the armrest on the chair. These armrests go out of the armrest fairly easy most of the time. And you see, folds up and out of the way very easily. They go in as easily as well. Just have to line up with the hole. Which I'm guessing y'all may not be able to see that well in the video, but unless it works out very easy for me. And that should be all for the armrest. One add-on I did get on my chair that I think you all will appreciate quite well. Unfortunately, mine are old. The shock absorber to them is a little bit worn out. So you might want to look on a YouTube video that I am going to put a link to in this video as well. It'll be down in the description. However, the object that I'm talking about are the frog legs, which are right down here. These are shock absorbers. They come up very handy whenever I'm going over a bump or anything in the road or sidewalk, whatever the case may be. Helps to keep the chair from drying as much. Like I said, mine are worn out. I've had mine for a good, I'd say, since I got the chair. So it's about 8-9 years ago. So they're worn out. But on this video that I'll put in the description, you can see exactly how they work. And they work out very well. Now the last thing that I can think about, that I'm going to show you right now, is my wheelie bar that I have at the back. Like I said, this is going to be the last thing I plan on showing you. Anyways, the anti-tipper bar, or as I like to call it, the wheelie bar on the back. Now I'm seeing a few different ways that people like to put these wheelie bars on. But the main aspect of it is they keep me from tipping backwards. As you can see right there, whenever I give it a strong push forward, it automatically hits the gun. It prevents my wheelchair from flipping backwards all the way. Unfortunately, I flipped the chair backwards a few times when that wheelie bar has come off, or if, let's just say, I've been driving with people in their cars, they'll have to take that wheelie bar off to make it easier storage, and they've forgotten to put it on a few times. I found out the hard way that it was not there when I fell backwards. Hopefully that should be all that I can think of right now. But like I said, I might board you that later on. Every part of this chair that I could possibly get and get it made in titanium, I did. I did this not because titanium is lighter, but I did it solely for the fact that it was stronger. I got the entire backrest made out of titanium. Therefore it has not broken on me yet. Hopefully it never will, but we'll find out. Other than that, everything else you saw on this chair a lot has been standard, but I did have to add a lot onto the chair. For the frog legs, those power wheels that I showed you a while ago, those were all something that I added on special to this chair. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know and give me a thumbs up. This is what I'm going to do when I end this video. The very last scene should be a preview of what I'm going to do next week. That scene has not been filmed yet because truthfully, I'm not quite sure what I'll be doing next week. If you would, like I said, leave me a thumbs up and a comment. It'd be totally awesome. Other than that, I'd like to say thank you all for watching, and I thank you all for giving me time. Welcome to Scott Lynch Pop. My name is Scott Lynch, and thank you for watching my film today. As you know, if you've seen my video before, I like to showcase things that make life a little bit easier for me since I'm in a wheelchair. One thing I have to do every day, I had to go ahead and shave every single day, or else I get a little bit of a beard going. These are the razors I've used. Well, actually, this particular razor right here, I've used that razor before. It is probably about 3 years old, so the battery doesn't hold up that well. And the shaving head, I need to replace the shaving head again, so I just all together went ahead and bought a new razor. The new razor is this model right here. Here in a little bit, I will discuss what the pros and cons are of each razor. Anyway, let me go ahead and get started.